Okay, about to get it started. Hello. How are you?
Hi,
How are you doing, Miss
I'm
Key?
I'm super excited. I'm doing well on this morning.
Thank you so much for agreeing to interview with me, taking time out of your Sunday to interview with little old me. I appreciate it. We have been following each other and been connected on Instagram for a minute now. Think somebody had like tagged me. You had posted something because you've been doing your thing way longer than I've been doing it. I think like right when I started doing the podcast, you may have posted something about connecting or something like that. And one of my people that's in Houston tagged me. And so ever since then, we've been kind of, connecting and going back and forth on Instagram. So this is our first time being able to officially meet. And again, I want to say thank you. I appreciate it. I'm honored to be able to interview you. I'm gonna let you, tell the people who you are and a little bit about yourself, and we're gonna get right into it.
Awesome. The pleasure's all mine. Most definitely, we're overdue for a meeting, but it's all good. My name is Key, and I am the founder of a company called KeeKonnect in the brand Conversations with Key. I'm originally from New Orleans. I've been in the city of Houston, Texas, since Hurricane Katrina. So I'm all about having conversations that matter, and connecting people to resources, opportunities, and to one another.
So tell me, how did Key Connect start? Like when exactly did that start, and what motivated you to even want to start connecting with people?
Well, Key Connect started, I would say maybe like when 2020, maybe like 2019, I started Key Connect, the company, but Conversations with Key, that particular brand has been going on since I would say 2015. What made me want to start Key Connect? It's because I do an event called the Networking and Conversations with Key event, where I bring people together to network and have stimulating conversations.
Hmm.
And what I started discovering is people wanted to network, but they really didn't know how to connect. So I
Mm.
felt like there was a need for one to teach people how to effectively connect and network. And two, I live in Houston, which is a huge city. I think we're maybe number four, one of the fourth largest city in the United States.
Hmm.
And there's a lot of stuff going on in the city. There are a lot of resources, there are a lot of opportunities. But the interesting thing I would say about being here is there are a lot of resources and opportunities that people simply don't know anything about. Even me, there are a lot of things that I don't know about, but because I'm connected to certain people, certain things, and I'm usually out in the community finding out about stuff, that's how I was able to and is able to find out about a lot of resources. But I know a lot of people are not able to do that because of lifestyle, because possibly they just don't know how to go about doing it. And some people,
Hmm.
frankly, just introverted people, so they're not really out there finding out about stuff out there. So I wanted to create a community, which is the Key Connect, to teach people how to effectively build profitable relationships. One, to connect them to resources and opportunities in a community, and providing events and opportunities for them to connect with one another in a social setting, having fun.
That is amazing. When want to piggyback off of something you said about people knowing how to network, but not so much connect. And I think you have posted something recently about, we'll go to these networking events and you'll meet people. You may exchange numbers, but you're not really connecting. It's just you meet them that day, you don't hear from them, or you don't even reach out to them. And I know I'm guilty of it too. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm introverted. I would say that just in the past, I've been kind of, if you will, burnt when it comes to, you know, networking and opening up to people. And so I, in a sense, I'm coming out of that though. I'm getting better. Hence the reason why I reached out to you, because I see people that I'm admired by or I'm inspired, and I see that they're all doing our thing. And I'm like, okay, I want to connect. But again, I've happened to build this wall where it's like, she probably don't want to connect with me, or it probably go nowhere. How do you deal with that? And how do you teach people how to, like you say, connect versus just networking?
Well, and this is the thing about me that is so interesting. I'm originally from New Orleans, and New Orleans, pre-Katrina, and still is today, is a community city. And we worked and lived under the system of connecting one another to resources and opportunities. For me, I didn't even know what networking was because I was just naturally connecting to people. So when I got into the city of Houston and I started attending networking events and I started meeting people, I began to see that people were attending networking events or were in organizations, but that were intended for them to connect, but they never really were putting in action to really make real connections with people.
Mm-hmm.
Just like anything else, networking, well, I would like to say building profitable relationships. It's a strategy. You have to have a strategy to do it. And so one of the number one things that I teach people, or I like to stress, is to be genuinely interested in getting to know someone. Don't be interested in what the person do for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be interested in how they can help you, or how you can benefit from meeting them. Be genuinely interested in knowing who the person is and be genuinely interested in forming a relationship with them. So that's, to me, if you take the network and take the business part of it and just look at, hey, I'm just going to meet someone. I'm just going to generally meet someone, get to know someone, and actually put in the network, because
Mm-hmm.
networking is a beautiful thing. I mean, the benefits of it is tremendous. I'm a walking testimony, but you have to actually put in the work.
Mm.
Network.
That is true. And just from my experience, I mean, you know, you're from Louisiana, from New Orleans. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. I've been to New Orleans. I think Fort Worth may be just a little bit bigger than New Orleans, but it's still a small little town. And where I come from, you know, they have this with no new friends, and you only start with who, you know, you end with who you start with. And you know, we not, you know, so I think that it's beautiful to meet people and to find people who are just not really in that mind frame to where I just want to stick with the same people, because you outgrow people. You know, you outgrow people, and you can, a lot of times, networking and the people that you know can get you way further than your talent. You know, you can meet somebody, you can know somebody that is, for instance, in on Broadway or something, like, oh yeah, I know Key. Okay, yeah, she, you know, she did something here. Okay, well, you know, so how do you navigate that? How do you get around people who yeah, who don't necessarily believe in the networking, and they just want to be, oh well, I'm just gonna stick with the same people I knew. Especially women. Women, we tend to do that. We don't really want to connect with one another like that.
It's well, the thing about the way to get around that is to change your mindset, because networking, and that's the thing that's going on now. Networking is being pushed more on the business side, but networking really is, everyone needs to do it, whether you are a business professional, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a single mother, whether you're a college student, even if you're in elementary school, because we as people were designed to connect. We were designed for community. We need one another. And if people begin to think about it, if you start connecting with people and you connect with the right people, not only are you going to go farther, you can go faster. Because this is a true saying. I don't know who came up with it, but whoever came up with it is a genius. it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Because you have a lot of talented people, let's get real, who are not getting endorsed, not because they're not talented, it's because no one doesn't want to give them a chance. The good thing about what's happening now, especially with social media and YouTube, you have a lot of people who have great talent who've been able to be discovered by a lot of major players who's able to open doors and make things happen for them because they put themselves in a position to be discovered or put themselves in a position to be connected to someone else. I would say think about networking as, to me, it's like oxygen. You need it. You need to connect with people, but stop thinking about it as something that is just temporary. Think about it as I need to connect with other people because I need that in my life.
Hmm.
And begin to become passionate about it. I'm passionate. See, I guess connecting for me is not difficult because I just truly love connecting with people. I love finding out about people. I'm truly passionate about getting to know someone. So I guess that's why it's easier for me. So I would say get passionate about it and think about it in a way that this can actually make my life easier. Because think about it, if you trying to, I'll give you a quick story. Um, I was invited to a day party here in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I wasn't out hanging out. So I didn't realize the popularity that this particular venue had in the day parties. So I went to the event. It was on a Sunday at a very popular spot, pre-COVID, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I get there, I park, I see all of these people, and I'm like, wow, what's going on out here? And I see cars lined up, and I get up to the place. I'm like, wow, this is a long line to get in here. I'm like, man, I'm gonna be standing out here to get in this line. And I text my girlfriend who invited me. I say, I'm here, but I'm waiting in line. Where you guys seated? And she said, oh, she said, we have a VIP section. We're gonna send someone out to come and get you. And someone came out to get me and they brought me right through. I didn't have to stand in the lines. I didn't have to do all the extra things that the other people had to do because simply I was connected to someone who was already in there. So you can tell you right there, that's an example of how that made my life easier that day, because if I wouldn't have known someone who was there, I would have been in a line an hour or so waiting to get in.
Hmm.
So when you start thinking about, man, this can make my life better and easier, and approach it in that way.
Hmm. That's a beautiful and a great way to look at it. How has things changed with COVID-19 as far as you doing the events and stuff like that? Are you still, has it changed and you have to go back to the drawing board? Are you liking doing the Zoom? Or are you still wanting to, connect more in person?
Well, for me, initially with COVID-19, I actually had a in-person networking event scheduled literally like a week before they started shutting everything down and telling people that we could not meet in person. So, of course, I mean, that has put a damper for a while of in person, and we had to do Zoom. Now I had some great Zoom events. I even had a Zoom birthday party that was absolutely phenomenal. I've actually been having weekly connections with an organization that I'm a part of, Project Butterflies Houston, where we have a weekly meeting where we check in and we discuss different things, self-growth. So I still been connecting with people, and actually I've been going to different Zoom events. I've been invited to different Zoom parties. So I still been able to connect with people past the pandemic, and I've actually been meeting people on social media, through Instagram, where we've been able to talk. So I still have been able to connect. But Zoom and virtual is an excellent option, but nothing absolutely beats face to face. I have seen that things are kind of definitely opening up in the Houston, Texas area where people are starting to meet in person and, with safety and precaution. So I actually am planning to have an in-person event, 2021. And that, of course, I'm going to enforce masks, social distancing, hand sanitizer. So that's the thing about connecting. You can connect now without being in person because all the different outlets that technology has given us. I mean, so once we get past this period, we're going to be able to get back in person, even though we are in person now, some people who are, want to go out and practice in safety. So I would say that it's put a halt, it put a pause, but it definitely didn't end connecting with people for me.
That's amazing. That's amazing. How have you been doing through this COVID thing? Are you working from home? Are you doing a homeschool, the virtual homeschool? How's it been going for you and like your mental health and everything with that?
Actually, I love it. This has been a great experience for me. I've definitely been working from home, and I've also I have a daughter who's I have a toddler son, so he's home as well, who's doing virtual school. I've been adjusting. I mean, in the beginning, of course, it was a major adjustment for all of us, but I love the fact that it gave us downtime and it allowed us to connect and, get to do stuff. I was able to do a lot of stuff around my house, things that I was not able to do because I didn't literally had the time because I was always gone and moving around. So, and one of the wonderful things was I got to pause and finish writing my book. So for me, that I have been productive during the pandemic and, I've been able to adapt and make life work for me in the midst of what's going on. So my daughter, she's virtual school. Her campus has been pretty good. They've been teaching, and I hear it, I see it. Their communication with me has been pretty good. So I would say that in the beginning, it was tough on my toddler more than anything because he's a very active guy. I have a 3-year-old son. So he was used to, being out, moving around and stuff. So I totally took him out of school, had him home. So just finding different things for him to do and keeping him entertained was an adjustment in the beginning. But now it's all good. So I would say the pandemic has been
Good for you. That's good. I think that I'm just now starting to think that way and starting to like reflect and look and see like that because when the pandemic started, of course, like in March, and I came to visit New York, and luckily I left maybe like a few days before they started shutting everything down. And when I got back to Texas, I was working from home, and at first, I was just like, ready to get back into the office. I didn't think about how much time we miss from being at home. We're at work 8, sometimes 10, 12 hours a day. We come home, we really just come home to get ready to do it all over again. And so as I'm reflecting and I'm here now and just, like, what, I did get a lot out of this pandemic. It wasn't as bad. I think that a lot of people did a lot of things and been able to just grow a little bit. You mentioned your book. You want to talk a little bit about that and, what inspired the book and what the book is about. I'm excited. A lot of people are writing books. Y'all got me motivated to actually do something.
definitely get out, definitely write your book. You definitely have a story to tell. I believe everyone has a story to tell. Yes, I'm actually going to be releasing my book of November 2020, which is really soon. I'm excited about that. This book is actually about it's about teaching people how to stop networking and start networking. And it's a 30-day guide to building profitable relationships. The book is my own personal experience. I'm giving you tips and activities to do each day on a 30-day period, which is one, is going to help you build your network up. And two, is going to teach you how to build profitable relationships with people. And I know you're hearing the word, okay, profitable relationship. This is a thing that is so interesting. You have a lot of people who are very popular, who know a lot of people, but what do they always post on social media? When something happens to me, I can't call on anybody. And that's what people have to understand, that you can have a lot of people in your network. You can have a lot of people in your phone contacts. You can have a lot of people following you on these social media networks. But if you're not benefiting from them and they're not benefiting from you, it's not a profitable relationship. Your goal should to be building profitable relationships. It's about the quality, not the quantity, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm giving people tips and strategies on how to build those profitable relationships. And I have a lot of my own personal experiences in there of how I've helped people and how people have helped me. I have examples of there are people that I've been knowing over 10 plus years that have profited me in some kind of way, and I've profited them. And I have scenarios in there where I've met people for one day and they literally were beneficial to me, and I was beneficial to them. So it's definitely, definitely a situation of teaching you how to build these profitable relationships, entertaining you, because it's interesting. I made sure I made it interesting in my voice. So you're going to feel like you're talking to a friend, and giving you practical things that you can do if you actually put in the work, that you will see a difference in a 30-day period.
That is amazing. That's amazing. And when did you say it's coming out?
November 2020. So it'll be here next month. It'll be released.
That's
definitely
amazing.
Make sure you get your copy, girl. Look.
I will, because I definitely need it. I've been and it's interesting that you said that about, you knowing a lot of people, but are they really profitable? And when people hear profitable, they automatically think that it's money, or but it's more than just money. It's just, if I happen to be in Houston one time and like, oh, okay, well, I know Key live here, I need somewhere to to sleep for a day. It's so many different ways to network and be profitable. And I think that that's amazing that you are spreading that. That's awesome. I'm
Yeah,
ready to.
because that's the misconception that people have when they do hear profitable. They think about money. You need people for way more than money. I can tell you more. There's a group of people that I believe that really needs to build a profitable relationship network. And I think those people are, in my opinion, because I'm passionate about it, and I created a nonprofit organization for them called Single Parents on the Move. A single parent, especially a single mother, definitely need to invest her time and energy into building profitable relationships, because the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. A village is just another way of saying network. That's really what a village is. A single mother in particular needs someone to support her mentally, with her kids, physically, and financially, right? So she has to get people in her life that's just not going to ask her what do she need or just see her. She needs people in her life that's actually going to step up to do that, right? So that makes the difference. If she have people in her life, that makes it, when she has profitable people, is when they take action, versus she have people who see her struggling and she know them and they know her and they're not helping her. So that's just one example of profitable relationships, where someone who's benefiting from being connected to others in a village, that goes so much deeper in than having money, because the reality is we need each other basically now for mental support, especially during COVID-19, the pandemic era, more than anything else. You need to have that person that you're connected to that would just sit and listen to you. Does that cost money? I mean, are they giving you money? No, but they're giving you their time. And your time is the most profitable thing, the most beneficial thing that you can get from someone.
Yeah, it's more valuable than anything. We don't get that back. you can get your money back. You can lose some money, you can get it back, but your time, you don't get your time back. And we don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that.
Yes.
Yes. So again, I'm like it was. Sorry, I get all a little tongue tied. But again, like I want to thank you again for taking time out of your Sunday, and coming to interview with me, and I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to everything that you have going on. We got to do this again, and just continue to connect, and instead of just networking, actually connect. Because like I said, I am one of them people where I tend to, build these walls up, and I kind of avoid or kind of like not reach out to people thinking, oh, Miss Key, she's too busy, but she got a lot of stuff going on. She don't want to, connect with little old me. But you absolutely, you never know. You never know. And so anybody out there watching or paying attention, connect. Definitely connect and have genuine connections, like not just connecting with people because you think, oh, they can do something, they can do this for me or do that for me. You really made me think about it. We don't always have to be business. It doesn't have to be business. You don't have to go into it thinking about business. You can just connecting and meeting people. Genuine, like I said, genuine relationship.
Amen. Yes, and I definitely want everyone to connect with me. Definitely follow me on social media on Instagram, KeeKonnect. And that's spelled KeeKonnect. Connect with me on YouTube because I do have a YouTube channel called KeeKonnect, KeeKonnect. Definitely be on the lookout for the book. And most definitely, just reach out to me. Definitely follow my brand, Conversations with Key, because I love having conversations that matter, and it's always a positive vibe on that channel. So, most definitely, but more than anything, I definitely want to encourage you, sister, to continue to do what you do. You're adding value to people, and adding value is the key to building profitable relationships. So continue to add value. Yes, let's definitely connect again. We could come back and maybe have some discussion about some of the chapters in the book.
Absolutely. I would
And
love
this
that.
time, maybe I'll be interviewing you.
I would love that. Just let me know. I'm open for it. I'm open for it. I'm ready to see what the book has and what you have in store for 2021. Any tip, well, I know that we're going to get the book, but can you kind of build on maybe like just a few tips from the book or a few tips from your personal life to, leave us with or to give people when it comes to building profitable relationships?
Well, I would definitely say you need to add value to people's life, right? What is adding value? Okay. Sorry, that's my son.
No,
He's
you're
coming in.
okay.
This is real life, guys. This is real life, guys. Okay.
That's what's so awesome about the
I would say
Zoom and everything. You're able to actually see people, in their own element. I think it's beautiful.
yes, yes, most definitely. I would say that you should focus on adding value. Okay. This is something that I teach about in a book. Adding value is the key to building profitable relationships. The three ways that you can add value is one, you can teach someone something. Everybody can teach someone how to do something. When you teach someone how to do something, that is going to make them respect you. And also, they're going to think about you when it comes to helping other people learn what you taught them, which can lead to a lot of great things. To create something. You are a painter. You're creating those pictures that I saw on your page, which are absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
You can create a picture and you can give it, let's say, you can take those pictures and you bring it to the nursing home to give to elderly people who are sitting there. What have you did? You created value for the nursing home, which is open a door for you when now they're thinking about, you don't know, the nursing home may get a grant or something for someone to come in there and teach something, or a grant for some kind of art project. And because you created value for them, they're going to think about you now to to be a grant recipient, right?
Mm.
And the number one thing that the number one thing that I would say, okay. Okay. Somebody wants my attention now. The number one thing that I would say, and I'm gonna let you guys, because I got to get in mommy duty now.
It's all
The number
good.
one thing that I think that you can do to add value to someone is to become a problem solver. If you can solve someone's problem, when I tell you the money is coming, when I tell you the opportunities are coming, when I tell you the resources, the referrals are coming, I'm not telling you what I heard, I'm telling you what I know. People always calling me, asking me for solutions. I'm basically like a resource person for people. And because I'm a problem solver, and if you can find a problem and solve it, you will add value, and that will increase your life. When I don't know, I think it may be some popular guy, I don't know his name, I think it may be Maxwell or something like that. He's a motivational speaker. And he said, when you help people, they will help you. And that's the truth. Sis, become a number one problem, be known for solving problems, and you will totally increase your value. I promise. And that is something that I teach in my book.
So that's amazing.
Those are my three tips. Not what I heard, it's what I personally do.
That's amazing. You have to become an asset instead of a liability. And that's in any relationship.
Yeah, you have to. Because when you become an asset to people, you're adding value to them. And adding value is simply making someone better in some kind of way. So add value. Thank you. I have to solve a problem right now, as you see. But it's been real, and I love this. It's real. It's been a great discussion. So, guys, I hope to connect with you all, and let's definitely talk again.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm loving your quality on today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really, really do. That is the motivation that I need, and so with everybody out there watching, I hope that you take something from this. Be sure to get the book from Miss Key. I'm going to be on the lookout for that. I'm going to edit the video, and I'm going to put your social media handles on the beginning and the end, so they can't say they didn't, they have no excuse not to go follow you and to go what's going on. And she's amazing. She'll respond. She won't just ignore you. You got people out there that do that ignore you, so I appreciate it. I'm gonna let you get to mommy duty. Enjoy your Sunday.
It's definitely it's time for me to go, darling. The dynamics have changed.
All right. Well, you enjoy your Sunday. Yes, ma'am. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You enjoy your Sunday, and I will be speaking to you soon. And thank you again.
Okay.